What's up guys, Paul here with episode 2. Today is the big day. Some of you have been waiting for this for quite a while. I've been waiting to do it too. This is the breakdown of the stroker kit from Tomei for the EJ26, breakdown of the case halves, and I'm going to go through the parts and some of the specifications of each part for you. I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm trying not to do too much talking. If you have any questions or concerns, you can message me afterwards. All the info will be at the end of this video. So we're going to jump into it. We're just going to go ahead, blast off right into what goes into this. So we have the EJ IAG Stage 3 Magnum case halves, closed deck, obviously, with the 14mm head studs, and we have the Firelock ring groove machined into it. That gets done during the boring process. These were bored with a torque plate to 99.75 and then done with the Firelock head gaskets. That is something that you do have to have machined into the block, and each time you ever have to replace the head gaskets, this actually has to be filled and then remachined again. So it is quite an extensive process. Some things about the build with the engine that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing the 12mm oil pump, RCM 14mm super studs. We are going to be doing built heads. The heads are going to be built by Head Games in North Jersey with using all Tomei internals. I'll have another episode going over the camshafts I have from Tomei. They're the Pro Cams, all Tomei internals, valves, springs, everything like that. Now, guys, while I have you on this video, there's a couple things that I'm not too sure about with this, and I'd like to talk to another builder. I've done my own research, I have some knowledge on it, but I just want somebody to talk to about is what case bolts should be used for this build. Now, I've heard about the distortion from ARP and why they recommend the line hone with it. But I've also never seen an issue with OEM, and the distortion of the bearing sizes with the ARP is so variant between each journal that I'm not too sure whether that's the best option or not for me. I've never seen really an issue with the OEMs. I've never seen them fail really, even on high horsepower builds. So if there's somebody that wants to talk, again, my info will be at the end of this video. Guys, make sure you also like and subscribe, hit the bell notification to get notifications on when I post videos. These videos aren't just going to be about the car, it's going to be memorabilia. I'll be doing box openings when I get stuff from Tomei and JDM Parts Ninja in Japan. Any parts that I get in, any install videos like my Blitz eye burners that I did in my first video that you guys seem to have liked. That was to be able to show that. So like I said, there's going to be a lot going on with this build, not just motor wise and car wise. There's going to be custom wiring, some parts that have never been in a Forester that are being done, and a description of all that stuff too. So that's enough of the case halves. There's not really, again, much to them. If you need any more info, like I said, link in the description for all the parts here, so you can do a little bit more research. This video would be absolutely long if I sat here and just went over every single spec about everything. So I have my crankshaft in front of me. This is a 83mm stroke billet aluminum forged alloy crankshaft, fully counterweighted, fully balanced. This is the stroker crankshaft that you get from Tomei. So a couple things about them that is great. Like I said, it's fully countered, ready to go. The weight of it is 9.2 kilograms. Standard is 9.4 kilograms. And then they also have these very sharp edges here for less resistance and less problems with the engine. Problems I mean with the engine are with less resistance is obviously less heat. Less heat means better bearing life, bearing wear, and just overall engine performance with balance. If you've noticed on some other crankshafts, they'll have bigger counters here, and just the added weight and the added width, it just affects the crankshaft overall balance. I know that they can be fully balanced and countered then, but when it's like this and super thin, there's just a lot less resistance, and it cuts down on the weight of it also total. So that's the crankshaft. There's, like I said, not really much to it. It is billet, made by Tomei. Couple of different aspects that are just not normal to other crankshafts with it, so they have their own little touch to it. Next, what we're going to get into is we're going to get into the piston kit that I have here. So you have the Tomei 4-cylinder piston kit. Now, good thing about this forged piston kit is you can use it on your standard EJ25 if you were to bore over to 99.75, or you can use them for the EJ26. It's a very good, I guess a hybrid piston, because it's not just specifically done for the stroker motor, it's done for both. So we'll get this out of the bag. Nice, beautiful design. Absolutely lightweight, guys. I mean, this is like, it's literally not here. It's crazy. Couple things about it. The dish, it's gonna be 19.5 cc's. Stock on the EJ255 dish is gonna be 24 cc's, so there's that difference. 257, if I'm not mistaken, was a 22 cc dish. And I know that's been debated. There's been a lot on the forums too, that people have busted open some other 257s and the piston dish was different than 22. But for what I'm aware, the EJ257 had a 22 cc dish, 255 has 24 cc, and this has 19.5 cc. A couple things about the ring design on this is they used a very thin ring to be able to keep more of the body of the piston together. Instead of using a little bit thicker ring, they'll also get less resistance, less issues from the rings. Again, more material on the body of the piston itself so that it keeps the piston strong. Underneath, very much super support by the wrist pin, not thin at all, very chunky here, very nice, very thought out. This is a very nice piston here. This is a beautiful piece. A lot of R&D went into this, you can tell, to be able to give you the best piston experience. The combustion pressure of this is 200 kgf, or that would be 440 pound force. Each piston alone can take 11 tons of force. And another cool factor about these pistons, these style, and what they're made of and everything, is that they're the same that is used in Group C and F1. So that should say a lot about what you're getting from them. There's other companies that just aren't the same design, same stuff, and they're not the same ones that are used in those obviously high-end racing engines. So that gives you a little bit more peace of mind to know that you're not just buying a name, you're buying R&D, you're buying quality when you get something like this. And yeah, that's pretty much the rundown of the piston. There's not really much else to it. Very nice piece, very thought after, very much R&D goes into this. So, put that back in here, get it back in the box. And again, guys, I'm going to be doing more episodes on this Tomei kit and everything else that I have coming from Tomei. I do have the Pro Cams, I have the valves in. I'm still waiting on more head parts, but we can do another video later on all that stuff. So next, we're going to get to the connecting rods, and there's a few things about those too. So, rod kit. Now this one on the side these are specific to the EJ26. Obviously, because of rod length, stroke, stuff like that, you have to have a specific rod. You can't just really interchange them because of the differences, which I'm about to go over. So, here's the rod, nice shoulder designed rod, H-beam over I-beam, and ARP L19 bolts at the bottom, stronger than the ARP 2000. Piston bush at the top with the 2 oiling holes. I know that I've seen other pistons, and I don't know about every other design because I'm not a guru in all this, but they usually sometimes have holes on the side here, and that actually takes away from the center support and can cause cracking, breaking of the actual rod itself. So they put them at the top where the wrist pin's going to be, as for better oiling and just better overall design and performance. The rod length on these is going to be 127.8. The rod length on the standard 255 is going to be 130.5. So that's just a few things about these. Like I said, it's not really too much about them. They're forged alloy like everything else. Very nice, sweet design. There's a couple other bearing specifications that I won't really get into with these that make them different than a standard piston. Like I said, in the link, you'll be able to go to Tomei's site and be able to read all about these. There's a whole ton of more information that is so much more literature you can read to find out exactly what makes these completely specific to it and makes them better than your performance other models from other brands. You guys also know that when you buy this, like I said, you're not just buying name, you're buying quality, you're buying R&D, you're buying time and years of development in this. I mean, there's drift teams in Japan that run EJs from Tomei, and they just have absolutely no issues, don't blow, high horsepower, high RPM, constant beating, and just run multiple events and times, and just keep going. So there's the rod breakdown. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, really. There's not really much else to it, guys. There's just that, and like I said, we're going to be doing other videos on other stuff. Like I said, I would like to talk to somebody about line boring and the ARP case bolts over the OEM. The block will be penned in the mains to obviously stop any shifting or anything like that, but I'm just not too sure about the case bolts yet. That's one thing why this isn't really assembled also, is because I'm still kind of deciding what I'm gonna do there. I want to thank you guys, because without you guys these videos wouldn't be happening. I still have to get better with my video making. I need, you know, some close-ups, maybe some voiceovers for you guys so you can see these parts a little bit better, and I'm sorry about that. I'm still learning a lot, so as I progress, you know, the videos will obviously get better, and then I maybe even just do another video on it, and I'm obviously going to do a video of a time lapse of this being assembled and showing you it completely done. So again, guys, let me just shout out that turbo_Fozzy, Facebook and Instagram, if you want to get a hold of me directly. I need to, like I said, I need to talk to somebody about that, so you can send them my way. Or if maybe you're watching this and you are that guy, message me. I'd love to have a conversation. I'm not here to argue with anybody. I just want straight facts and what is going to be the best option for this motor. Instagram, again, turbo_Fozzy, same as the channel, so it's easy to find. Don't get confused. And yeah, guys, I mean, that's it. That's the EJ26. That's what makes it up. That makes it up in all of its glory. We have these beautiful case halves, and this engine is going to be rowdy. Like I said, I'm looking at anywhere from 700 to 1,000, but more on the 700 horsepower side, just because I'd like to keep it as a fun, not daily driver, but as a fun weekend car to be able to take out and not really have to worry about. So again, guys, thank you for everything that you've done. You guys have done a lot for me, and you might not even know it, but just with the motivation and dedication to my build, and the want for these videos for me to show you exactly what's going on. Next couple episodes, you know, it'd be cool. We're going to go over some more parts. I've got some exclusive stuff coming from Japan, from Tommy Kaira and JDM Parts Ninja. And again, guys, just go down to the description. All the links will be there for these parts, and do some reading, do some more literature. I gave you the basics of what the specs are with all this, but there's just a ton more, and data sheets you can read. So thank you guys again, and I hope you have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any advice for me for my next videos or how to make them better, please let me know. I'd love to find out. So thank you guys again.